In a quiet little village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a cat named Mimi. Mimi wasn't like any other cat in the village. While most cats loved to nap in the sun or chase butterflies, Mimi had a passion for adventure. One bright and sunny morning, Mimi woke up with a tingling in her paws. She stretched her legs, flicked her tail, and decided to explore her owner's attic, a place she had never visited before. The attic was dimly lit, with beams of sunlight streaming through cracks in the wooden walls. It was cluttered with dusty boxes, old furniture, and cobwebs. Mimi sniffed at old books, pawed at broken lamps, and even batted at a dangling cobweb. Just as she was about to leave, something caught her eye. It was a rolled-up parchment tied with a red ribbon, hidden under a pile of old blankets. Mimi tugged at the ribbon and unrolled the parchment. Her eyes widened as she saw a map with detailed drawings of the village and a big red X marked in the forest. Mimi's whiskers twitched with excitement. Could this be a treasure map, she wondered? The idea of a hidden treasure made her heart race. Without wasting a moment, Mimi decided she would find out. She gently rolled up the map and tucked it into a small pouch. Her tail swished with determination as she thought to herself, "This could be the greatest adventure of my life." Mimi wasn't just curious, she was also clever. She knew that every adventurer needed to be prepared, so she packed a small bag with a flashlight, a magnifying glass, and a few snacks, just in case. Slinging her little pouch over her back, Mimi set out into the village. As Mimi strolled through the bustling streets, the smell of freshly baked bread wafted through the air from the bakery. Children playing in the streets waved to her, calling out, "Where are you off to, Mimi?" Mimi meowed in response, her little nose pointing forward. She didn't want to reveal her secret just yet. The village soon faded into the background as Mimi entered the dense forest. The tall trees formed a canopy, casting shadows on the ground. The forest was cool and quiet, with only the sounds of birds chirping and leaves rustling in the wind. Mimi checked the map and saw that the treasure was hidden deep inside the forest, near a large tree marked with an X. The path ahead split into two. One side looked bright and sunny, while the other was dark and twisty. The map pointed to the darker trail. Mimi hesitated for a moment, her ears twitching nervously. A true adventurer never backs down, she thought, stepping onto the darker trail. As Mimi walked along the dark path, a squirrel suddenly leapt out of a tree, blocking her way. "Hold it right there," said the squirrel. "Where do you think you're going?" Mimi tilted her head and held up the map. "I'm following this map to find a treasure. Have you seen a tree with an X on it?" The squirrel laughed and hopped aside. "Good luck, treasure hunter. You'll need it." Mimi nodded and continued on her way. The trail led Mimi to a bubbling river with slippery stepping stones. The map didn't mention this. The stepping stones looked wet and wobbly, but there was no other way across. Carefully, Mimi stepped onto the first stone. She wobbled, but steadied herself. With each step, her confidence grew. Halfway across, a sudden splash startled her. A friendly frog popped its head out of the water. "Watch your step, little one. The last stone is the trickiest," said the frog. "Thank you, Mr. Frog." Mimi replied. She leapt gracefully onto the final stone and landed safely on the other side. After what felt like hours, Mimi finally reached a tall tree with an X carved on its trunk. The area felt magical, with glowing fireflies and a soft breeze. "This must be it," Mimi said, her voice filled with excitement. She began to dig at the base of the tree with her tiny paws. The ground was soft, and soon she hit something hard. After a few minutes of digging, Mimi uncovered a small, dusty chest. Her heart raced as she lifted the lid. Inside the chest were coins that sparkled like stars, marbles that shimmered in every colour of the rainbow, and a golden bell that looked ancient and special. Mimi picked up the bell and rang it. A melodic sound filled the air, and suddenly the forest came alive. The sound of the bell was magical. Birds chirped a beautiful tune, and animals of all kinds gathered around Mimi, their eyes full of wonder. Mimi realized that the true treasure wasn't the shiny objects in the chest, but the joy of sharing and making new friends. "There's enough for everyone," Mimi said with a smile. "Let's share this treasure together." The animals cheered as Mimi distributed the coins and marbles. She decided to keep the golden bell as a reminder of her adventure. With the treasure chest empty, but her heart full, Mimi made her way back to the village. The sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. When Mimi returned, the villagers were curious. "Where have you been, Mimi?" they asked. Mimi meowed and gently rang the golden bell. The magical sound filled the air, leaving everyone in awe. From that day on, Mimi became a legend in the village, a curious cat whose bravery and kindness inspired everyone. As Mimi gazed at the stars that night, she wondered what other adventures lay ahead. For a curious cat like her, the world was full of treasures waiting to be discovered. And who knows? Maybe your next great adventure is just around the corner too.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Toonverse Chronicles family. Turn on the bell icon to never miss an adventure. See you in the next story.